Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this Christmas tree charm and the bracelet to go with it. First we're going to make the charm, and I use a 12 gauge wire to make this charm, but you can use between 14 and 12 gauge. Also, the color does not have to be the same. Just work with what you've got. We are going to use a round nose plier, and this is 12 gauge aluminum wire. We are also going to use a chain nose plier, also a pair of scissors. I've got some 10mm red agate beads and some white 8mm lava beads. I've got 12 inches of elastic thread. I'm going to make a 7-inch bracelet. Whatever size your bracelet is, you will need to add an extra 5" of thread so that you will be able to tie it off. We're going to work with the wire like this, and we're going to use the back of the flush cutter to cut the wire flush. Then we're going to go in with our jeweler's file to smooth the end of the wire. And you want to file in one direction to smooth the end of the wire. So when I take the file down, I make contact with the wire, but when I take it up, I don't make contact. Next we're going to coil the wire using the larger end of the plier. And you twist your dominant hand away from you to make your first coil. Next we're going to take the longer end of the wire and we're going to place it next to the first coil. So you pull the longer end of the wire slightly towards you, then place it next to the first coil. We're going to ensure that the end of the first coil is facing away from us, and that is when we're going to stop. Next we're going to use our chain nose plier to make the swirls. So you place your plier under the coils as I'm doing, then bend the wire away from you. And we're going to take the plier to the other side, just under the coil, and we're just going to grab the wire and bend it towards the other side. And as we go along, we're going to increase the size of the swirls. To do so, we're just going to place our pliers just a little bit away from the previous swirl. And this is the technique that we're going to use until we have finished. I made 10 swirls, and to finish off, we're going to measure 1.5 inches from this swirl on the left, and we're going to turn the flat side of the flush cutter towards the charm and then cut the wire. Then we're going to use our chain nose plier to squeeze the swirls together. And if it is your first time here, welcome, and welcome back to all the returning subscribers. And as you go along, you use your fingers to flatten and also push the swirls together. Also, you can center the coils on top if it needs to be centered. Now we're going to finish off the bottom. We're going to use our raw nose pliers to make a coil. Now that we've done that, we're going to use our chain nose pliers to coil the wire, and we're going to coil until we are in the middle of the charm. And if it is not centered properly, you can go back and make sure that it is lining up with the coils on top. And there you have it, your charm for your bracelet. Now we're going to put the bracelet together. So I'm going to add 2 red beads first and then 3 white beads. And this is the pattern that I'm going to use until I get to my desired length. So I'm going to do this until I get to 6 inches. I like to have my bracelet fitting snug. If you would like to make your bracelet with more room, and say your wrist is 8 inches, what you will do is add beads until you get to 8 inches. And now that I've got 6 inches, I'm going to add the charm and then try it around my wrist to make sure that it is sitting exactly the way that I want it to. Now I'm going to make some standard ties, and these ties are secure because I'm using the elastic thread that is used for making hair clips. If you are going to use a different elastic thread, perhaps you want to consider using doing a surgical knot and also adding some E6000 glue or some PVA glue, just to make sure that your bracelet is secure. Now we can go ahead and get rid of the excess thread. Then we're going to use the charm to hide the knots like so. So this is the front of the charm and this is the back. To put your bracelet on, ensure that the front of the charm is facing towards you, then roll the bracelet onto your hand like this. So this is what the bracelet looks like on, and you can wear your charm like this, or you can put it on top of your hand. I do hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.